When they say ain't no God, they gotta be mistaken. Because only God can make me remain this humble at this point in time. What up, Asiatic Supreme, Chicksaw, Megalicious, OG Steve, Mike Marks, all the regulars, and newcomers, Henny God, etc., etc., etc. Um, so much I want to talk about, but so little I can remember to talk about. You know what I mean? But I might well just jump into it since I can't remember shit, right? San Jose State +2 over UCLA. UCLA money line, 3-pick. I got action. Good luck, man. Good luck. So, as the title suggests, what up, Slick? Here go my issue, man. I get up early this morning, and a couple people hit me about fool, some fool on Instagram ranting and raving about kevmacvideos and kevmac. Of course, he's taking shots at the platform and taking shots at kevmac, even though he tried to say kevmac's a cool dude. He says kevmac videos is unwatchable. Everybody on there talking about Tookie started Crips on the west side, and so on and so on and so forth. People, kevmac just lets people get on there and lie, and you know, second time I heard that this week. But my thing is this: if you know kevmac and you know my style, I let people tell their story. It's up to you guys to put two and two together. And there's instances where I may ask certain questions, or I may contest an answer or a story, but I'm not trying to make nobody look like a fool. I'm trying to let everybody tell their story. So if you can't understand that, that's on you. If you don't like that style, that's cool. You don't have to like that style. That's just my style. On top of it, when you saying kevmacvideos and all these interviews, you're talking about everybody on the platform. So that ain't all kevmac. S got his style, Melly Mel got his style. They got their knowledge and the history that they know. So it's not, I mean, you could ultimately say it all follow me, because like I always tell Melly Mel, my name is in the title. So I understand it, I get it. You want to attack kevmac, that's cool, but the problem with all this is it's another white guy that's engaging in our culture. And my thing is, why do they always got to take what we got? Why you always got to report our history the way you want to report it? Why we can't tell our own history and talk about it the way we want to talk about it? Who are you to discredit all these original Crips that you don't know? Where did you get your information from? Which leads to, are you a motherfucking cop? Are you a police? How you get all this information and your information so right, but all these Crips don't have the same information you got? So my suggestion is just let us do us and you go do you. Yeah, I understand you spent a lot of money on pictures. I understand you getting a memorabilia from police investigation rooms, property rooms, and all that shit. You paying for this shit. You holding on to shit that don't belong to you, that you didn't gang bang with these dudes and you didn't know these dudes. Well, maybe you arrested them. Shit, I don't know. Maybe you did. Maybe you booked them. I don't know. Shit, maybe. Nobody sees your face, so nobody knows who you are. But my thing is, man, let us do us, man. You ain't got to throw my name up there, but I'm going to throw your name back up in there. His name is The Streets on Instagram. Nobody know this cat except for the guys that he say he met from East Coast and bought pictures from and bought photo albums from. I reached out to the main dude who he keep slinging his name around, Cat Caesar. I reached out to Cat Caesar and didn't get a response. So Cat Caesar so far ain't supporting your claims and shit. And if that's where you got your pictures, that's cool. Stick to that. Stick to that and what Cat Caesar told you and whatever other homies you got told you. And I'm going to stick to mine. I'm going to stick to what we talking about over here. And then you try to shit on me, which ain't the first time, but maybe little do you know, I never claimed to be a professional. I never claimed to have the best work. And you shitting on my camera work and my sounds. Well, nigga, I came a long way. I came a long way. And then you got the nerve to say he's interviewing people in the streets? Nigga, that's because we from the streets. And people want to sometimes want to see the hood, see the scenery, the background. You know, they want to feel the interview. They really want to get into the interview. I'm sorry if you feel out of place because you look like a sore thumb if you come stand out in the middle of the street because you don't look like us and you don't dress like us, talk like us, or walk like us. You know what I'm saying? So if you just want to get more famous by throwing Kev Mac name out there in Kev Mac videos, that ain't really cool. Unless you're going to say it like, I know them or yeah, I seen their videos, but you're trying to shit on me and the platform. And that shit ain't cool. And I really didn't even want to say nothing, but you guys got a problem with always wanting to take the black culture and report it the way you want to report. That's what I got a problem with. Let us have something in life. God damn. Y'all always want to take it and report it how you want to report it. And first of all, you don't even understand. I always talk about comprehension skills. You don't even understand. Ain't no motherfucker probably on this whole goddamn earth ever said Tookie started the Crips on the West Side. What they said is Tookie started or co-founded the West Side Crips. It's a difference, homeboy. It's a big difference. Everybody in the gang culture in LA know it started on the East Side. Everybody know where it started at. Everybody know it's Raymond Washington's creation. And they know his top guns. So ain't nobody saying Tookie started the Crips. Get it right. They saying he started or co-founded the West Side Crips. It's a big difference, my nigga. With the more they gonna shit on us. The more you give them, the more they gonna make it their history. You know what I'm saying? I just said it. What his name is on Instagram, man. If you missed it, rewind it. But yeah, man, that shit kind of gets under my skin because I'm the type of guy, you say what you want to say. You guys ask me about people's channels all the time, and I say I don't know them, never heard of them, haven't watched it. He could do the same shit, but he chose not to because he has an ulterior motive. And I believe that motive is he's trying to get a big payday. He's trying to get a movie or something big on Raymond Washington, and he's going to tell the story of the Crips the way he wishes to portray the Crips. And you already know what's going to happen next. He's going to make Raymond Washington out to be some illiterate dummy that was doing nothing but bad shit. And he's going to make everybody into murderers and robbers and do us the way they always do us. They always portray us that way. Then fuck around, and the main guy in this movie probably be a white cop, a white detective. You already know how they get out. They gonna have the nigga get killed in the first couple minutes of the movie. Y'all already know this story. We seen this story a million times. On Instagram, but I seen it on YouTube. And there's a video. There's a few videos. Ain't no need in pointing them out. And I read through the comments. I didn't leave no comment, but I read through the comments. And I really don't know how to really attack this because I want to be disrespectful. I want to disrespect like to the utmost, times 100, to the 1000th degree. But I'm reluctant to do that. I'm trying to keep my composure and keep it respectful. But I see some of you guys that be over here in the comment section be over there dissing. I see y'all over there dissing, and then you come over here and you tanked. So what I want to say to some of you traders and keyboard warriors is this. When you come over here and you in the comment section, you in the live chat section over here, you get in where you fit in. You come over here and you're respectful, and you comment and have a good time like everybody else. And that's the way it's supposed to be. But if you're going to come over here and do that, you need to learn something. You need to learn a lesson. I'm going to tell you what that lesson should be. The lesson should be when you go over there to wherever these people from these other channels, take that same respect over there. Take it over there so everybody get off this dumb shit and quit dissing each other's hood and getting people killed for nothing. And making yourself look stupid because you banging and talking about killing and you nap bashing and you sissy killer over a keyboard. You not gonna kill nobody with a keyboard, homie. You could bust a nigga upside his head 1,000,000 times. You probably still won't kill a nigga with a keyboard. So y'all need to just back up off all that shit. Just like when Boo Boo from Matavia was in here. You know, Hap's a good dude. I like Haps. Haps and a few other essays had some crazy shit to say. So to the essays, I'm saying be respectful to Boo Boo. So it's the same for us blacks. Be respectful to one another. Why you over here soaking up game and getting information and run over there and you dissing and acting tough? That shit ain't cool, man. Y'all need to grow up, man. Real talk, y'all really need to grow up, man. And I'm not scolding you or none of that. I'm just barely stopping short of disrespecting you. But I don't think that would get us nowhere. But y'all need to leave that alone because what you do when you go over there and you talk about you not bashing and you sissy killing, you get a whole bunch of followers that start posting the same shit. Then you got some youngsters coming up and that's all they gonna know. And they gonna take that shit to the street and they gonna get hurt or they gonna hurt somebody. And we back in this same old cycle of going to prison, kill one, lose one to prison. kevmacvideos. You just come to the live streams, Monique. What up, UL? Let's see. Probably would have been smarter if I bought my glasses, but it says right here, detectives. We receive all the initial new policy detectives at 12 noon. All allegations and enhancements are to be withdrawn, including all gang and gun enhancements. The special committee is disbanded. I can't tell what they say. All special something are to be withdrawn. All death row inmates originally out of LA County that are currently on death row are likely to be recalled and resentenced, which would put them on the main line. No more prior strike allegations, so strikes previously won't count no more. No strike prior enhancements, that's how they doubled us up. You know, I didn't do that much time, but they doubled my sentence 3 times, but I was lucky enough, my representation got me to have them all ran concurrent instead of consecutive. But most brothers end up getting that shit consecutive. So you get 8 years, they give you 16 years. You get 16 years, they give you 32 years. So there'll be no more of that. No strike priors or enhancements for prior or serious felonies. I mean, if you beat somebody's ass before, you could beat their ass again and you won't be double jeopardized for that shit. Don't clown me, Kev. Style me. No, that's all good. You asked a question, I answered your question. Cash bail may be eliminated. Haven't digested that one yet. That one's kind of tricky. It could go either way. It is recommended that no one is to be sentenced to more than 15 years. It's like old school. That still needs to be clarified. I'm sure because of murder and certain crimes, they'll probably still go over 15 years. But now they stopped giving out them 100 years, like I said the other day, Colton Simpson. Quite a few other people I was locked up with got over 100 years. A couple homies got like 200 years. So they're going to stop that shit at 15 years. If a crime is probation eligible, your ass is getting probation. I got a couple cases like that where I was probation eligible But the probation officer in the probation report for the court recommended prison. So they gonna stop doing that shit. If you can get probation, your ass getting probation. You're not going to prison because some fool that don't know you gonna sit there and recommend you go to prison. All juvenile transfer hearings are terminated. And this is from Edward Wiley, the deputy district attorney, the head district attorney. So that shit is gonna be a whole lot different, man. Um, it's gonna be a whole lot different, you guys. A lot of shit's changing. Definitely gonna be the mark of the beast. And half y'all gonna have 666 in that motherfucker. Guaranteed. He said, I was in the feds with people from DC that were drunk driving. Ain't that crazy? Oh, matter of fact, I'm glad you brought that up and you got some weed in your hand. Did y'all see that old white man? I don't know what state he was in. That got released. He went to jail in the 1980s for having pounds of weed. And he's the longest incarcerated inmate in American history for weed. So they just let him out. And by the way, your boy Trump, some of you guys, boy Trump, they added another guy to the execution list. So it's now 5 people that will be dying in the next 40 days. What's his name? Attorney Barr. Barr said, fuck it, I'm killing as many people as I can. I don't care if they white, black, Mexican, whatever they are. If they in the feds and they supposed to die, they finna die. And they trying to hurry up and kill them because they feel like Biden ain't gonna kill nobody. Yeah, Indian reservations are definitely federal. Man, they've been majority black. I don't know. All I seen was the one black dude. I don't know. I don't have no idea. I know in them 5 pictures, the next 5 up, I only seen one more black dude. They look white to me. I don't know. I'm just saying what I seen look like of the 6 people, 2 are black. But I don't know. I'm just saying. I just know Barr is trying to execute some motherfuckers. Barr is trying to get them up out of here. No appeals. And that's Trump's Supreme Court that didn't want to hear the case. Trump. See, this is what, when y'all say voting don't count and Trump becomes president and Trump appoints all those Supreme Court judges, see, they rule over your life. They rule over important issues. And they refuse to hear the case, even though all like 5 members of the jury said the information was hidden from them. 5 members of the jury said something of the fact that something to the point of, had they known there was other information that the district attorney hid from them, they would have never sentenced that cat to death. So now these jurors got to live with that shit on their conscience. Like they sent the black man to the death penalty. They gave him the death penalty, and now he was dead, only to find out the district attorney had information that would have kept him from dying. And y'all say it don't count? Man, Trump appointed a whole bunch of judges. So all this shit do got consequences, man. Everything we do got consequences. I remember the homie Moody, one of my partners, Moody. That's all he used to say when I met Moody. He used to always say, shit, everything you do got consequences. So we wasn't quick to judge one another, but we let a nigga know, hey man, shit, you might have to face some type of penalty for the shit you doing. You know what I mean? When we hold court in the hood, something may happen to your ass. You know what I'm saying? Same for other races in prison and other groups in prison. That shit may have consequences. So everything you do in life, sometimes you got to think about. Like I thought about disrespecting and calling out some of the names that I seen on other sites. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to do that. One of them motherfuckers might get mad at me and be looking for me, and I don't know what the hell he look like or who he is. So I try my best to, keep it fair and stay humble. But this Friday, boy, really got me steaming, man. I'm really hot. I'm steaming right now. OG Steve, your information coming from being an actual participant in interviews with real OGs that was there from the beginning. His comes from pictures and clothing that confiscated and raids and arrests. So you saying he's a cop, Steve? But he did say he said he got friends from the east side. He could be lying too, though. I haven't confirmed he got friends from the east side. The name he keep popping hasn't returned my phone call, so I don't know if the shit is true or not true. Nah, I don't have no insane interviews. I just got the one dude, Sleepy, man, whose brother was one of the original Insanes, and another one was from 20s. Crystal saying y'all not liking the videos, what she saying. It's been 1,100 people that popped through here. 253 still in here. JR, what up? Good looking out, man. It's all good. We know who's watching and not liking tonight. Come on, man. You gotta figure. The dudes that be in here and go on other platforms disrespecting, it's probably some white dudes or cops or white cops. We know who's not liking the video tonight. Come on now. I would agree that nobody would like this motherfucker. I don't know if it's anything worth liking, but when you see the amount of people coming in and out and that been sitting in here for as long as they have, you can't help but think that's what the audience is tonight. Man, yeah, Q said he didn't want to come in. Q said he didn't want to come in because it hurts him. Like his heart is heavy about Rebo and Bill Smith. And this is what I want to tell you guys. I forgot. Big Rick, the homie Big Rick called me. Rick sounded sad. I just knew he was gonna tell me some bad news. Rick sounded really bad. And Rick don't call me often at all. He just calls to check on me. Um and Rick called and he was sad and he said, man, I'm sorry. I want to give my condolences to you about Big Rebo pass. I was like, what, Rick? You know Rebo? He was like, hell yeah, I know Rebo. He said, we was in Soledad together. I did a lot of time with Rebo. I'm like, wow, man. Small world, man. But yeah, he had a lot of good things to say about Rebo. He said they worked out together. They was workout partners when Rick used to lift weights. So he said him and Rebo would hit the weight pile together. They was workout partners. And he named some other dudes. I don't remember their names. Some other guys up out of Compton. So apparently Rick was working out with some Compton Crips. Um, some strong dudes right there, boy. Some strong dudes right there. And they all have to be solid. If them dudes is together, anybody in their crew is gonna have to be as solid as them. Yes, natural law. The answer to your question is yes. That you oppose toward Almighty Prime. Tory Thompson, good looking out. I've tried it once. I've tried it once, bro. Yeah, I love White Man Can't Jump. That was a good movie, man. CC Ryder here. Big Kev, you can tell by some of the questions that there's some police in here, up in here. Every time you say police in here, like 6 people get up out of here. They run up out of here. Like they think we can see them or some shit. They like, damn, motherfuckers see my badge. Mackheads and maniacs, they done figured me out. Kev, you been doing a great job with the content for the culture. Good looking out, bro. I appreciate that. AB, good looking out. Appreciate that. What's your question, Lisa? I didn't see your question. I can't see everybody's questions, Lisa. You still look like Prince, Lisa. You and Prince could be twins. So what's your question? So here go one more thing I want to tell you guys before I end up getting out of here and forget. Boo Boo from V is coming back for Q&A. So we're going to have him scheduled for next Sunday. So Big Boo Boo Matavia comes back next Sunday for you guys to ask him questions and he give y'all answers. That way, no stone goes unturned unless he refuses to answer the question. But you guys will get whatever information you guys wanted out of him. So you can't blame KevMac for not asking the right question. You can't blame him for not giving you the right answers. You guys all have your chance. All the essays, all the keyways and moves. If y'all got questions, the females, y'all can hit him up. Hopefully, when he do the Q&A, hopefully more Hispanics will come on. So he reached out to me and asked me if I thought it would be a good idea. I said, yeah, come on back in. Let's do it. In hopes that more essays will be willing to come on here, man. Because they watching it and they liking it. I would like to get an Opal Street, Lowell. I would like to get them all the green light gangs, man. Get some of those that was cracking, that was participating in racial riots and shit. But, to get a lot of that, you're going to have to get them dropouts, man. Them dropouts are the ones that's giving it all up. They got the good stories. They telling and snitching the whole time they snitching. They telling a good story, man. It's like, damn, why this motherfucker couldn't be on the main line telling that story, man. Them motherfuckers wait till they feel portrayed and rejected, then got stabbed up multiple times. Then they be like, fuck it, I'm getting on the phone and I'm telling it all. Knowing damn well, every few minutes you hear, your name and your phone number is being recorded. So they know they telling. They know they telling because they know the phone is being recorded. And they sit there, they give first name, last name, who he killed, how he stabbed him, who made the knives, who was calling the shots on the yard. And they talking current shit. They ain't talking about no shit 29, 30 years ago. They talking about motherfuckers that's on the yard right now that just rolled their ass up. But they be having some good interviews though, man. Real talk. Cause I'll be fighting myself. Like, man, I'm not finna listen to that dropout. I'm not finna listen to that rat. When they start talking about them knives went up in them and they was feeling the heat and they knew they couldn't die, so they was squabbling and they rushed to while they was bleeding and they fainted and next thing they know, they was off the yard in the hospital. Man, that shit's intriguing and interesting. But it's like, man, why y'all wait till after all that to start popping their name and they position in the Mexican mafia and all that shit? That shit's crazy. But whatever. That's the shit Cutes used to tell y'all about. Like, man, y'all watching them other channels with all them dropouts, but you come over here and y'all talk shit. Y'all be over there all in love with the interview. All in the comment section, all nice, talking about this rat is the best interview you ever heard. Yeah, I seen Perplex interviews and I read comments over there. Y'all be like, this is the best interview I ever heard. Man, this is good. Man, I want more. I want a part 6 to this interview. And I'll be like, wow. But they'll come over here and say some shit. The slightest thing, they have something to say about it. Maggie Lissa's drinking up all my Hennessy, girl. Don't drink up all my Hennessy. You're going to have to bring a couple of bottles over here. We're going to drink up. Bring some Coke to put in that. Not cocaine, Coca-Cola soda. But I drink mine straight anyway. But if I got some Coca-Cola, I could drink a lot more. I think some of those channels changed the names a few times. Went through a couple of name changes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Good looking out. You don't like my shirt either though? My shirt cool though. Excuse me. Yeah, yeah. A lot of them writing stories. You know what? That makes it better though. If they write it down so they won't forget anything. They'll have their facts right. But I'll be like, what the hell they reading? They reading somebody's criminal file sometime. I'll be like, you know what? I watched one essay over there, or I don't even know if it's worth calling him an essay, but one dropout over there was saying, man, he was giving names like, man, I was locked up with whoop, whoop, whoop. And I got out and ran across whoop, whoop, and whoop, whoop. And we went back to prison with whoop, 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 whoop. And next thing you know, whoopty whoop whoop hit whoopty whoop whoop because he hit whoopty whoop whoop. I'm like, who in the hell remembers all the names? First name, last name, and nickname. Like, what type of shit is that? How do you do that? I can't do it. Now back in the day, I know the triple OGs because they all grew up together and that's what they did. Remember when we all knew our phone numbers? We knew everybody's phone number by heart. We knew everybody's address by heart, zip codes and all that shit. Motherfucker don't remember that shit no more. Nigga don't even remember the last cell phone number he had. But I could still tell you my mama number when I was growing up. I could still tell you my first phone number I had when I was growing up. I could tell you my number in sixth grade. I could tell you my mama's number my whole life. Tell you my grandmother's number the whole life. I remember one homeboy's phone number. That's about it. But to remember everybody, man, I went to school with motherfuckers, sat in the same class at the same table, one desk next to the next with dudes and can't remember their whole name. I'd be like, Felician, shit, I don't know where I remember the nigga last name. It was something Johnson. I can't remember all that shit. I'm like, how they do that shit? They got to be looking through some criminal files or something when they write that shit down. That's a lot of repetition to remember all them motherfuckers. I ain't trying to remember hardly nobody I seen in prison. Fuck that nigga. You stay over there, nigga, and I stay over here, nigga. I run with my car, you run with your car, nigga. Let's leave it at that. Unless we got to throw some blows shoulder to shoulder or we got an issue with each other. I can't remember all them niggas on the yard with me, nigga. I might can name 5 niggas on the yard with me, and it's gonna be their nickname and they set. It ain't gonna be their first name, last name, nickname, and set, and know when they got out of prison and when they went back to prison and what yard they was on, what level they was on. Dude was talking about that was a level 4, and they was on level 2, and we was in Torrance, and we was back up in Soledad. I'm like, God damn, that motherfucker good. He need to be like Renee Box and go on and put him a book out. Shit. Man, man. But yeah, shout out to anybody that got a good memory because mine has been deteriorating, and I see a lot of people probably younger than me who I'm watching their memories deteriorate right before my eyes. I'm like, damn, man, I thought I was bad. This nigga a couple years younger than me, and he losing it too. Shit. I got an auntie. I know all y'all probably got one. At least all you black people. I got an auntie. And man, I mean, for years, probably 25, 30 years, and she's a lot worse now. She don't remember our names. She'll be talking to you, and she'll be like, John, James, Kevin, Leroy, what's your name? And you be her nephew or you be her brother and shit. And we would all laugh at her and be like, damn, you don't remember my name? I'm sitting right here next to you. And we'd be laughing and clowning. But shit, that shit ain't that funny no more because now I'm witnessing that shit. But man, shit is getting crazy, man. Anthony Brown, yes, sir. People did have to have numbers back then or an address if you stayed in the mix. All you had to do was pull up. Oh, yeah, of course. Absolutely. We didn't need GPS, man. We knew where streets was and everything. We would say, remember you say, the little brown house or the house with the red porch or some shit like that. Now motherfucker just GPS that shit. The white apartments on the corner of 10th Ave and Bryanhurst. They could be like, man, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Google that shit, homie. I'll just ask hell, what's your name? My name? Who name you want to know? You know my name. My name is Little OG Cutes. I'm OG Cutes the second. I'm OG Shotgun QT. I'm Little OG Shotgun QT. Magnificent 8. Because when they recruited me, they had to add a number. Oh yeah, landmarks was something else. Phones got us dumb, don't they? Phones got us super dumb. And remember when you first was getting cell phones and shit, and you would run out of numbers at like 20 or something, or you get your phone, you might could keep 40 numbers, and then you'd be like, well, I know this number already, so you delete this number so you could keep a number in there. Then they start putting all these gigabytes, and you could store how many ever phone numbers you want. That's when we got dumb. That's when we said, man, I ain't got to remember no numbers no more. Fuck that shit. Motherfuckers walking in the dope spot don't know how much an ounce was. Motherfucker be like, man, let me get an ounce. You get that nigga 24.5. That nigga happy as a motherfucker. That nigga run out thinking he got a whole ounce. Nigga done turned around and sold 3.5 to somebody else. The motherfucker done took a gram and sold to a smoker. Nigga done made $50 plus sold 3.5 off your ass out your ounce. And didn't even have to cut the shit. Motherfuckers don't know numbers no more, man. Niggas don't even use it. Nigga got phones with calculators and don't even use the calculator. Like, first thing I want to know if I'm selling dope is, nigga, you got a calculator on your phone? Yeah, hell yeah. Do you use it? No, I don't use it. Good, because I'm about to beat you, nigga. You about to get 24.3, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Well, how about the weed sellers? You know, in order to give a person a whole gram, you take some of them little sticks, you take some fat sticks and throw in there and throw in the bag and shit to make it weigh some more. My man say he keeping a scale. You give a new school drug dealer a triple bean, that nigga don't even know how to work. Like, nigga, the numbers don't change. How you can't use a triple beam, nigga? And you call yourself a dope dealer, nigga, you a hope dealer. You hope you sell some dope today. Oh yeah, I forgot the seed. I ain't seen no damn seeds though. Back in the day, there was seeds and that stress all the time. What's up, Keith Claus? What's happening with you, homeboy? I know you happy y'all got Paul George for another 4 years. So I get to clown you for an extra 4 years. You and that team of yours, that Flipper Nation that you always talking about. Motherfuckers using their eyeballs, right? Nigga eyeballing this shit like, nigga. This look like an ounce. Yeah, that motherfucker look like an ounce. Nigga, smoke some. Ain't no question, Hutch. And a motherfucker used to be like really on it, like nigga trying to get it all the way right. Like, and a nigga buying it be like, man, just throw some more on there, man. Put some more on there. You nigga, hell no, nigga, you put no more on there, nigga. You ain't getting no 29 or 30 out of me, nigga. Man, I got a sports bang on you, homeboy. Oh, not the little, not the little pocket scale people used to pull out with the little roach clip on the end. Wet the heart so it weigh more, ain't no doubt. Or put a little bit of water in the bag and shit, or on the outside of the bag. Always wait till they get there to cook, so you take it fresh out the water and put it on the scale. You got little puddles of water and shit to make it weigh more. They get home and then they call you and be like, man, this shit show. Nigga, you seen it on the scale. Nigga, your scale wrong. No, nigga, my scale right. Now I'm finna bring this shit back. Now you bring it back here, you're not putting it on my scale, nigga. You left with it on my scale, nigga. They be like, damn, man, this motherfucker is, it was wet. Nigga, you knew it was wet when you got this shit, nigga. I remember the pre-sold joints. I was in high school and junior high when they were selling pre-rolled joints for $1. Then some people started trying to sell them for $2. I remember the dollar joints though. Yeah, I remember them indeed. The wet whip. If you really know how to whip, like some people think whipping is like putting extras in there and getting a bunch of extras, getting extra dope, more weight. But if you really know how to whip, you keep that shit cavy and you get some water in the middle of that shit. And you sell it to them. Then when they cut that motherfucker, it be all water in the middle. They just cut about 2 grams out their shit. And they be wondering why they can't cut up 1,200. Cause nigga, you just lost 200, nigga, in the middle of that shit was all water. Swap meet camouflage. I can't spell, excuse me. Sir Uncle Buck, what's up, nigga? How many people you kill at the swap meet, nigga? How many body parts you take home from the swap meet and put in your basement, nigga? You got to put a nickel on a digital scale and calibrate it. You looking for that 5.0. Looking for that 5.0 so you know your shit working right, huh? Boy, boy, nigga come over and be like, hey, you got some change? No, I don't have no change. You already know a nigga gonna try to check your scale. No, nigga, I ain't got no change up in here. The whole day you've been selling dope and smokers been coming with $9.85 to get a dime piece. Motherfuckers coming with 17.83 to get a dub rock. And you gonna tell a nigga you ain't got no change. Nigga got a whole sparkler's bottle full of change in the kitchen, nigga. You not finna see that sparkler's bottle though. Yep, you right, Megalicious. Yeah, Megalicious, you are old, huh? You telling your age when you talking about stress was normal. Girl, you better stop that shit. They don't know that dollar bill is supposed to say 1.0. They don't have no idea. Then they start talking about that dollar don't weigh right. They start going in their pocket to get another dollar and shit. Like, damn, nigga, how many dollars you got, nigga? Where the fuck you get them dollars from? Nigga, your dollar off, nigga. They cut your dollar wrong, nigga. Dollar weighs 1.0. 1.0 is a gram as far as I know. Most accurate scale was the hangman. I don't know, man. If your triple beam was right, or what was the little one? I don't even remember the name of that little skinny one. They used to always break in the back, and then you have to tape it or super glue it so the batteries stay up in there. You gotta put the change somewhere, my nigga. Man, stress was everywhere, dude. You thought it wasn't? Of course, the digital scale, but I can't remember who made the one everybody used to have. Man, it's Friday night. I'm supposed to turn up, but I'm gonna go get into something else tonight. Skunk Doggy Dog, what up, homeboy? Yep. Them jewelry stores actually sold. Jewelry stores had all the dope paraphernalia. Jewelry stores sold scales. They sold the plastic baggies. They sold procaine. Jewelry stores had everything you needed if you was a dope dealer. You just slide up in a jewelry store. Police ain't even expecting you to be in a jewelry store buying that shit. They looking for you to go in the local liquor store and buy them baggies and shit. Boy, this would have been a good night to play back in the day. Oh God, a nigga got a triple beam. Boy, boy, boy. Police done took so many triple beams on my house over the years, nigga. I had to ask them one time, why y'all keep taking my mama's scales, man? She diabetic. She need to weigh her food on that motherfucker. Boy, when they used to hit my house, they guaranteed it was two things they was walking out with: a triple beam and a burner. Guaranteed. There's no way they was gonna hit my house and not come out with that shit. That was automatic, like, man, man, y'all just don't know how real I be, man. I be trying to throw little shit out there a little at a time and shit, but those that know. Those that don't know, you gotta understand what I'm trying to tell you. Cause the police know shit. Police knew everything a nigga was doing back then. Police used to be trying to get me all the time. That's why King Real talk about that shit on them rap tapes. On hood, nigga, if you know me, you already know. They must have forgot that I was present on the block. That's what I should be bumping some King Real tonight, right? Man, I never was a D boy, but I was the driver for the homies, getting my pockets laced up. Man, I mean, them was the days. That's just what they did to LA, man. This old LA is something else, man. Everybody participated in that bullshit. Everybody was trying to get ahead. Everybody was being lazy, didn't want to go to work. But some dudes hustle with the dope more than they would have ever worked at a real job. Some motherfuckers got up early in the morning and didn't go home till late at night. Baby mama or wife mad at him because he's getting money and not coming home. Motherfuckers just run the streets all day, all the time because people wanted that money. Blood and Cuz show, good looking out, man. I bet I was the only maniac that knew about that superb LA Cali 9008. Can you relate? Dorian, good looking out, man. Appreciate it. Bump Some Dope Man by NWA. NWA. Hey, hey, NWA. Hey, hey. Damn, what was my daughter's friend name? Damn, I can't think of my daughter's friend name. My man said I mop floors just as hard as the streets. That's what's up, man. Most expensive purchase you bought with the money. A car, a 300 Chrysler, fresh off the lot. Maybe I'll tell y'all another night. I was there when he made High Rollers, and when he did Colors, I was there with him and Darlene when he wrote Colors. He was in the bedroom and he was like, Kev, man. He was like, man, how this sound? I was like, man. I said to myself, that shit is garbage, but I didn't tell him that. I was like, it's cool. And that shit turned out to be a hit. What's up, Cutes?
What's up? I was listening to that music you were playing. I didn't really like it.
You didn't like it?
Well, I didn't like it because he was talking about some dude taking advantage of a kid, basically. That's why I didn't like it.
Oh, yeah. But, you was gone. You was gone. You missed them days, man. Them was the real crazy days in LA, but it was so fun. Fast. Oh, let me unmute your mic. Go ahead.
Could you hear me?
Yes.
Could you hear me? Oh, I said I'm feeling good. I had a good week at work and everything. It's my Friday now.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Yeah, this is really Friday, too.
Yeah, and we're on lockdown.
Oh, damn.
I mean, we're on, what, the highest level.
Right.
So might as well say, you gotta be safe, I mean, shit. Are you gonna get a shot?
Hell no.
I know a lot of people are scared to get the shot.
It's not that I'm scared. I just don't want one. Ain't no telling what they put in that shit, man. And they don't know the side effects to that shit or the long-lasting effects of it yet.
So, yeah, that's true.
But I don't take flu shots, so what the hell I look like taking any other shot?
Yeah. Are you allergic to shots?
I ain't allergic to nothing but penicillin, and it feel like I'm allergic to cigarettes.
You're allergic to cigarettes?
Cigarettes make my nose run, make me sneeze a lot.
Yeah, because cigarettes got a lot of shit in them.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you missed the 80s, man. They were some of the best and some of the worst times in LA, man.
Yeah, I know. I was inside of the joint. I felt the 80s in there, though. I could see all of them fucking rock heads coming through there. I could tell the motherfuckers lost their mind off that dope. And then I heard the county jail just, was all toe up. It just kind of like, I guess the 80s were only cool for the dealers. They wasn't cool for the users. I mean, the users had fun for a little while until they start selling their fucking shit to keep getting high. You know what I'm saying? At first, everything was fun, and then the addiction just took over, and then motherfuckers that were down just start deteriorating. Fine broads start falling off, and everybody just kind of like, just went to almost back to primitive man. It was like you could still see the scars of the 80s on the inner cities of Oakland, Los Angeles, Compton. Man, you could see it probably on the East Coast too, You could probably still see what that shit did.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But I wish I would have been free. I mean, I don't know if I would have been strong enough to not have got hooked on that shit. But I know if I would have got hooked on it, there would have been a lot of motherfuckers getting shot up. I
If
know
you
that.
if you would have got hooked on it, you'd be known today as crackhead cutes.
Yeah, you would lose all your dignity, and people lose respect for you. Don't
Yeah,
don't nobody like a smoker.
right.
You know, I mean, a smoker. You objectify a motherfucker as a smoker. Now it's all right to kill him.
But I'm
You
gonna
know?
tell you, I'm gonna tell you something, cutes. A smoker was
Yeah,
like a homosexual in the pen. Nobody want to
yeah,
lose a fight to them motherfuckers.
yeah,
You could disrespect them all you want, but them dudes was human, and they was, some of them was tough before they started smoking, and they'd still whoop your ass, and you didn't want to take that L.
yeah. I mean, it's like fighting a wild man, a retarded person. They got strength where you don't know strength's at. You know, but I wouldn't let no smoker with me back then. I mean, unless I was a smoker too.
Hey, but
So
smokers had a lot of fun too, though, cutes. Because when you was gone, they was getting fat checks twice a week, or their girlfriends was getting the checks, and they be smoking
yeah,
and having
but
fun.
they were renting a car, they
Yeah,
were
they was
renting a house. Nothing
selling,
was not for rent.
selling.
Everything they had just for a few rocks.
Hey,
They were too dumb to buy a sack and rock it up and sell it themselves. They were their biggest customer. They were their biggest liability. They couldn't reason out of their insanity, out of their use of wanting more and more and more. So they couldn't. I heard some smokers were once ballers, and then they just became their best customer.
yeah, that's what the rap song say. Don't get high off your own supply. But
Yeah,
man, that's a trip because women used to sell their body, right, and we called them strawberries. But
yeah, I heard that term.
I remember in like '88, maybe '89. I'm gonna say '88. Yeah, it had to be '88. Um,
Yeah,
I'm over on Gage and Hoover, and there was this girl from Six Deuce Brown who had the sack. She was a hustler, and I believe that's the first time I heard the term raspberry.
yeah.
And she was
You
like,
know what was crazy? I went down Pretty Boy Street, where he lived with his mom and his dad, and when I got to the corner of Western, it was fucking prostitutes right there, and they were like, "Hey, baby, you want a date?" I said, "Nah, I don't want no date." I said, "I'm cool." I said, and so the broad, it was three of them. They just kept looking at me all crazy and shit. I'm caught at that long ass light right there on that street. You know the street that Pretty Boy used to live on. I'm caught at that light right there,
yeah, yeah.
and they just like red eyeing a motherfucker like, motherfucker, we'll jack your ass. And I'm like, I hope I don't got a crowbar this bitch in her, buddy. Because I'm looking pretty pleasant and shit. But, I was still, thinking survival mode. If they would have just straight tried to jump, thug on me and shit. They were looking like, I used to know some prostitutes that would rob motherfuckers. And they would just jack they
Oh
trick
yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
take all they shit.
Yeah, it's a lot. It used to be a lot of them. That was their hustle. But look,
Yeah.
so a raspberry is a male prostitute that was
Oh, okay. And a strawberry, a
is a
strawberry is a
female.
girl prostitute.
Right.
Okay.
So this girl had the dope sack, and she said,
Yeah.
because the homie was trying to hit her, he ended up messing with it, but he was like,
Yeah.
"Shit, where you been?" She like, "Shit, at the house." He like, "Why you always in the house?" She like, "Shit, I got raspberries coming through." We was like, "What?" And
Yeah.
she was telling us she was paying them to, you know what I'm saying, to hook her up.
Yeah.
And we was like, "Wow, that's crazy."
Yeah. I remember when I used to always call the set, everybody would be on Brian Hirsch.
Yeah,
So,
right. Brian Hurst was the block, right?
yeah, everybody would be over there on Brian Hirsch. I guess they got them big ass apartment complexes over there, and motherfuckers was holding that shit down, and that was like the Kudakoo's used to be.
Right.
I heard motherfuckers would just pull up because we would be in the joint and late at night when we'd be in the back of one building in Old Folsom, people would tell us stories. I would tell stories too, but the new guys would come in with the fresh stories. So sometimes I would just want to just chill and listen to the storytellers. So one guy used to tell me about, Brian Hirsch, and he said, yeah, cute, the cars just line up. And motherfuckers be out there clocking and serving and shit. And at the end of the night, you have like $4,000 or $5,000, and you only been out there for about a few hours. The only thing you got to watch out for is the narcs and other motherfuckers trying to rob you. I said, wow, that shit's crazy then. He said, yeah, but everybody's doing it. He said, so if you hurry and get out of here, you'll be rich. That's what he used to always tell me. You'll be rich. I said, yeah, because I wouldn't get high. I would just sell it. I would just say, fuck that. I wouldn't want none of that shit. But
Man, a lot of them messed up their eyes smoking all that crack, all that fire and fumes going in their eye over the years. End up with cataracts and shit.
Yeah, and they weaken their hearts too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they weaken the heart. That shit was cut with all kind of shit, Cam Mac. They used to, before they had crack rock, they were using that ether based shit, and that ether ain't no good for your body.
Right.
Yeah, that ether's real dangerous, man. Some people were using acetone. All that shit gives you cancer. That's why a lot of guys start dying from cancer, I think, because they were putting all them, chemicals in their body. A lot of good brothers died from cancer.
That makes a lot of sense. A lot of smokers died of cancer.
Yeah, a lot of girls, a lot of guys, But some people, they just, I don't know. Some people just get hooked on shit. I remember I liked the PCP when I was out there for a minute when I was a youngster. I mean, me and Took would go get that shit. And if we would have stayed fucking with that shit, ain't no telling what would have happened.
Man.
Because there was always some. There was always some, and there was always ways to get more.
Man, that shit messed up generations of people, man.
It did, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No get back, Kev.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I mean by no get back is once you burn them brain cells, those brain cells ain't gonna re-up themselves. They gone.
Right.
You just be somewhere in somebody's soup line or standing in the middle of the rain looking up at the sky, screaming at shit. That shit's crazy, man. Hey, Kev, so, I want to send my props out to my best friend, Smitty. I never got to talk to him, which was not cool. And I want to send my props out to Rebo's family, too, because a lot of the homies from Compton got at me and let me know, that Rebo had passed away. I learned like everybody else, online, homie sent me a thing and said, yeah, cute, Rebo passed away. And then you told me Steel Bill had passed away. So it was like back to back. So I didn't want to come on live because I don't feel that my emotions had the stability that they got tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I just, I realized everybody got to die. And I realized that Rebo didn't die from a bullet. And I realized that my brother Smitty didn't die from a bullet. But they still gone, but they gone, man. And that shit's fucked up because those were real cats, man. They were real good dudes. And they survived a lot of shit, man. Sometimes our health is what gets us, at the end. Those dudes, they was tough enough to survive the penitentiary and the streets at their worst time. So what could you say about men like that other than being courageous motherfuckers, man?
Mm-hmm.
So I know they're gonna be missed by their family, their children, and their reputations is gonna live on, man. And I ain't got nothing but good to say about them. And the good thing is, Bill, he didn't get to come on, but he was trying to come over there and get at you. He was trying to touch bases so he could get his story out there. But I got some of his story out there, so can't nobody never say nothing fucked up about Bill, and they damn sure can't say nothing fucked up about Rebo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's good, man. You know, and they can't say nothing fucked up about nobody, man, that we speak on, because we telling the truth about people in their history, even if they don't get a chance to do it.
Yes.
They don't get a chance to do it.
Right.
If they don't get a chance to do it, then you know, we'll do it for them, man. But
Right.
it's best that they do it. It's best that they do it for themselves.
Yeah, I'm glad Rebo did his own interview.
Yeah, me too. That was cool.
Hey, do you remember? What was his name? Tootie Reese used to go over Squally D's father house all the time.
Yeah, well, me, Big Swig from the Van Ness gang, well, the Van Ness boys, not the Van Ness gang, and we would be all at. He owned an apartment complex over there off of Crenshaw, so they used to get parties, and we would all be at the party.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the homies was asking about who was getting money off, who was doing well off PCP. But the funny thing is, everybody in the hood know Squally's father had it, but he wasn't no flashy dude. And so
Yeah.
he would sit there and get all this money for decades. All the high rollers came by there. I remember people used to think Tootie Reese was Squally's uncle because they were so tight. And
Yeah.
people used to think Squally was getting his clothes and shit from from the high rollers, but it was really his stepdaddy that he was
Oh, okay.
getting all that shit from. But
Yeah.
because he wasn't flashy and he just stayed right there on the corner and didn't get no fresh fancy car, he always kept a new Cadillac. That's all he wanted. No rims on it or nothing. And
Yeah, they stayed right there on the corner, and they had a nice little backyard. I used to be over there.
yeah.
His brother is still alive, so that's
I know.
cool.
I know, Ricky. Did you used to when you go out to see your sister and your mom? Do you ever try to go see Ricky?
I tried to see Ricky. I went over there. I went over in that area the last time I was out there. Ricky used to always go in and kick it with my cousin Chucky
Oh,
from the Magnificent
right.
Seven, R.I.P. Chuck.
Right.
Pretty Chucky. So him and Chucky was like best friends. And so was our homeboy Quinn. They would go over there and kick it with Chucky.
Right.
So I ain't got nothing but respect for him too.
Right.
I would like to talk to him and stuff. He could probably do some good history too. He could probably come on and give us some insights on things, man. So that would be cool. But yeah, Kev, man, everything is cool, man. It's been a hard year for a lot of people. A lot of our fans, they probably lost family members to the COVID stuff. People are trying to endure their losses the best way they can.
Mm.
Yeah. But it's been a lot of losses, man. Right. Long as you don't do nothing self-destructive, and whatever you do, just realize that in time, you're gonna have the moments where you can think about the people, but don't mess the memories up, man, by doing something bad to yourself.
Right. Hey, I got a real good question for you, Cuse. Maybe I could jar your memory loose.
Yeah.
Do you remember? And I don't think you remember, but you might remember when I ask you. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Still Bill's first name was Baby Mouse.
Yeah. He would call himself Baby Mouse after Big Mouse.
That's what I was getting ready to ask you. Did it come from
Yeah,
Big Mouse?
yeah, and Scary, he would call himself Baby Mouse after Big Mouse too.
Yeah, he
Scary used to call himself Little Mouse too.
yeah, Scary called me and said he heard that and he said it ain't true. He said
Well,
that ain't
well,
true.
if he said it ain't true, then that's what he's saying. But I know better.
Right. I asked about if but you just confirmed it. But I had asked Quinn about Mouse getting his name from your brother, and
Yeah,
he didn't say yeah, but this is what he said. Your brother ran, I mean, Steel Bill ran with your cousins, and y'all they used to kick it with y'all. And
yeah.
Quinn first name was Baby Pookie, and Pookie used to be with y'all.
I mean, it ain't. I guess people, they let their pride get to them. But when they were little kids and they were just coming into their thug, it was only right for them to try and name themselves after somebody. The homeboy Rip and Rona, they little brother named himself after me, Baby QT. So I
Right,
mean, a
right.
person can say anything years later. Oh no, I didn't get that name because of it. Well, Mouse was the only mouse on the west side, so he was a G. And anybody who named themselves Mouse, they was Little Mouse because they wasn't Big Mouse.
Yeah, that's crazy because now remember, because you used to be on my street, even though I didn't know
Yeah,
you. So look at the dynamics of that. You got
yeah,
Quinn that you hanging with, and then your cousins, Blue and everybody, Chucky Madison there, then your brother Mouse, and then Barefoot Pookie. And it all makes sense that everybody lived by me was named after all the dudes in your circle.
yeah. And then you just gotta look at it. We had homeboys over there that named themselves after Warlock. If you were banging
Exactly.
hard, if
Exactly.
you was banging hard, and then a youngster came and wanted to, be Baby Warlock or Mad Puppy or Pup, then that's how it was.
And
Little monk,
you know how I
little
know
twink, yeah,
you know how I know you telling the truth because you already told us the story about when you convinced them dudes to turn Crip. But I talked to the Warlocks. I talked to two of them, and they
yeah,
actually did get their name from the Warlock over in the Hunters, Block Crip Warlock,
yeah,
Melvin Hardy.
yeah.
Well, what you said
I
is
mean, why
right.
wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to be that Warlock? That Warlock was a damn motherfucker.
That's
That
crazy.
Warlock.
The lineage, though, you see the picture I'm drawing, though. That lineage in my direct area all come
Yep.
from the original Crips on the West Side.
Yep, that influence. It spread out. A lot
But
of the
people,
names.
but people don't know it or won't admit it until you tie it all together. When you meet everybody and start asking questions, it's clear as
Yeah,
day.
yeah. That's why some of the names live on.
Yeah.
You be like, yeah, some of the names live on. You got, you got people who call themselves Baby Machine Gun. You got people who, you got other people still call themselves Little Took.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
You know
just
who
gotta
Curtis
go up
Hood
in
is?
there.
Curtis Hood.
Who?
Curtis Hood.
I
You
know
know?
Curtis Blow.
Nah, nah. I know you know Curtis Blow. We talked on the three-way.
Yeah.
Curtis Hood was one of the warlocks up the hill too, with James Lacey.
Oh yeah, yeah. You talking about the little short buff one?
He wasn't buff when I met him. I don't know.
Okay. The other little warlock I knew, he lived around the corner from the grocery store.
Hmm.
And
I want to say
our
maybe
homeboy,
on 63rd.
our homeboy from Harlem, Big Dominoes, used to hang with little warlock.
Yeah, right, exactly. Domino's the homie, man. You
Yeah.
know, with all the new laws, Domino might be able to get back now.
Well, I hope Dominoes does get back, man, because Dominoes did time with me in New Folsom, and that's a good brother, man.
Hey, somebody's laughing at
I,
Curtis Blow name. Curtis Blow was a down dude, though. He go back to the beginning with you guys.
Yeah, Curtis Blow had a cool ass white Cadillac with a kid on the trunk. Had wires. Had a Superfly front grill on it. He had all of this shit in the '70s. Rocking maxi coats. Curtis Blow was a hell of a hustler crip.
He called me one night on accident, man. And,
Yeah.
I was like, damn, Curtis Blow, because he ain't never called me before. And he was
And
like,
what I like about Curtis Blow, his brother was a OG Van Ness gang boy. His brother was an OG Van Ness boy. I done drew down on him, busted up in the air on him, and everything. Then went over his house. Curtis decided to become a Crip. He lives right across the street from Van Ness Park. So that's how down he was.
and you was over there fighting all of them. You crazy.
We would fight all the time. The ones my age.
You crazy.
We would rock it, sock 'em, robot 'em. The
You
ones
was,
my age.
you was
I
fighting
got
over
good.
those. That's
I
why.
got good. I got good fades from so many Van Ness boys. It ain't fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna get out of here, Cutes, man. I
Okay.
appreciate you checking in, man, and offering your
Yeah,
condolences
man.
to the homie.
It would be only right, only right, man, to show up and mention those good brothers, man, in memory, and let the fans know that we lost some good ones and that they will always be remembered in our heart, and it's all good, man.
Yeah. Hey, one quick question. What was
Yeah.
Curtis Blow claiming before the 60s came out?
Well, Curtis, believe it or not, Curtis started his own little set over there. He started a little gang over there, and they were like maybe 15 deep. And
Hmm.
they were right in that little area right there. And they
Right.
used to come over my house and shit. His little group, they would all come over there and shit. But they were Crips. But
Yeah.
I don't know if they were Slauson boys or Slauson Crips. You would have to ask Curtis what the name was.
All right.
The,
I'm gonna ask
the,
him.
yeah, the name kind of passes. Yeah, but Curtis had gave him a name.
All right.
Yeah, but they were Crips. Yeah.
All right. Peace, brother. Take it easy,
All right.
man.
All right. Peace, my brother.
All right. Thanks. All right, Machias and Maniacs, we out of here. Thanks for checking in, y'all. Thanks for staying around for 2 hours. Appreciate y'all. I don't know if I'm gonna come on tomorrow. I probably will, but I'm not gonna promise you. Y'all take it easy. Remember, on the 20th, December 20th, on Sunday, we're gonna have Big Boo Boo from Matavia with Q&A. He's gonna answer all of you guys' questions in the comment section, or those that he can answer, he will answer. So, Damos, Keyways, Essays, non-affiliates. Peace.